What's up, you guys? This is One Classic Gamer here. Welcome you to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom 100% playthrough part 126. Yeah, that is definitely a mouthful. I do not blame you. Try saying that 5 times really fast. If you can do that and DM me a video of yourself doing it, I will Zell you 20 bucks. Regardless, this is another region of Koroks for the most part, and I believe we're going to be getting the rest of the outfits from the Brethren statues in this video as well at the very end. I do a lot of Poe hunting, which is what made this such a long recording sesh. This region itself is actually pretty short. There wasn't a lot of them here. There was like maybe, I think, how many do I have right now? Let's see, I have 14, so before that, I just got one. So I started off with 13, and by the end of this, I was at like 50. So I got about like 37 or something here. If my math is right there. Yeah, 37. So there's not a lot here for me to get in this region. It was actually a pretty short and chill one. This video ended up being a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be initially, to be honest, but that's never a bad thing in my mind. The next video is actually probably going to be around this length too. I don't remember exactly what I do in the next video, but the next video is the final video of the batch of videos that I can't shut up about because I can't think of anything better to talk about. But basically, when this game came out, I recorded for like 2 months straight, put about 185 hours in, and then I stopped playing until recently. And literally, like almost a year later, I have finally caught up with those recording sessions. Here I had to throw my weapon, 2 of my weapons away, which was kind of sad, but it's okay because we're actually going to be expanding our weapon inventory space in this part once we finish up this region. But yeah, just go and stock up on arrows when you feel like you're ready. It's pretty much what I did. And, after I get this next Korok. But yeah, this region in particular is pretty chill. I mean, literally and figuratively, obviously, because we're in the snow. But in the next video, I believe we're going to be collecting the rest of the outfits, which is really exciting. It's crazy, man. It's crazy that we're getting closer and closer. We're inching closer and closer. Like these next, however many parts that I put up, the next part is probably going to be like the last really chill part. Like the last really chill and short part, and the rest of them after that are going to be just nonstop, long videos. And I don't know how long the finale is going to be, but it's definitely going to be longer than the first part, which actually I've been genuinely curious about this ever since I've been pulling more viewers in. I can look up YouTube Studio here. How many people have actually gone back and watched the first part? First part has 94 views now, which is pretty sick. So I mean, there are probably some of you out there who are trying to start at the beginning. If you can't make it all the way through this entire playthrough, that's totally fine by me. Yeah, I don't blame you. The only reason why I made this shit so long is because I am OC motherfucking D, and I have to 100% pretty much every game that I play. I can't do it. It's like I can't play through a game without completing it, every single time. So I knew when I embarked on this fucking journey that it was going to be a long one, but through all the stress and anxiety and the just exhaustion, now that I'm closing in on the end, I'm grateful to have had the experience to work on something like this for so fucking long, and I would love for these videos to, blow up in the future even more. I mean, I have a feeling like one day my channel is going to be discovered by a lot of people, And then at that point, it's just going to keep, like, people are going to keep coming in mass, seeing all my stuff. And when that happens, it's going to be the greatest fucking day ever, because all these years of hard work, like literally 10 plus years of hard work, it's been longer than that. It's been like 11 years of hard work. Actually, no. Yeah, 2023. Yeah, 11 years of hard work is finally going to be discovered, and you guys are going to see all that I have to offer for you. You know, this stuff that was always here. I just have a feeling. I have a good feeling that I've put enough work into this, and I've worked hard enough that one day this channel will be discovered, and people will watch it and be entertained with this stuff. You know, maybe not so much with this shit, but I know there are a group of people who like videos like this where it's more like guide-like. And yeah, I mean, I always say a billion times in these videos that these aren't guides, essentially, because I've already collected Koroks up until this point, so if you're viewing this as a guide, there's a bunch that you're going to be missing by the time you're done following what I do here in this video. Like, I mean, if you're one of those crazy fucking people who just has trouble making your own decisions in video games and doing it your own way and has to follow a guide or a playthrough to do the same thing, you know, and you follow every single thing that I do in this game, which I feel like is just impossible, because the second you start controlling this game and they, you know, remove those training wheels and put you out into the world, it's just like open season. There's the amount of things you can do in this game in the very beginning is just endless, you know? And very few games have done, you know, that the exploration so well that, you know, 100, 200 plus hours in, you're still discovering stuff that you didn't necessarily know was there, you know? And that's the beauty of this game. Like, even like 300 hours in, I was still discovering little things like mini games and whatnot. The mini games, honestly, are kind of crap in this game. I'm not gonna lie. Thankfully, none of them are really required. You don't have to do any of them. I would have loved more challenging ones. The Zelda ones have usually been very, very, like, challenging. They usually have at least, like, each Zelda game usually has at least one archery mini game that is so tough. And then when you finally pass it, it is just, like, the most rewarding feeling in the world. And even my chair is like, yeah, you know, like, I miss those, you know? So, I'm not really going to be showing off the mini games that much. Only the ones that I come across, you know, only because there's just, like, they're not as exciting in this one as they were in the other games. Like, even Breath of the Wild had, like, I said orchery. Fuck. You know, losing my mind. Third video of the week, losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. The archery minigame where you're on the horseback and you have to shoot the targets while on horseback in a certain amount of time, that was, I remember, really challenging. And then when I finally fucking beat that, it was like such a great feeling. Such a great feeling. This is going to be more of a complete playthrough, actually, than Breath of the Wild, because in Breath of the Wild, there were a few things that I acknowledged that you had to do in order to get the 100% that I got, but I didn't really fully show it in depth. Like, I didn't show the boss medals at all, really. You know, I just showed a map of where I marked all the bosses. I didn't show any of the, the other little things like the recipes and what. I don't think there really was a recipe book in Breath of the Wild, and if there was, I never filled it out, but in this game I do. Little things that I just kind of glossed over and acknowledged, but was like, this is what you have to do. I'm not going to be showing you guys this. I'm going to be showing you all of that in this playthrough. I'm going to be making up for it and showing you guys that in this playthrough. Pretty much all of that is going to be crammed into one video. It's going to be first me helping out all the Hudson signs. Then after that, it's me at some point filling out spots of the map that I, like, going to a few spots of the map that I hadn't discovered. And then it's basically me doing all the boss medals, which I'm just going to go to all the bosses and show you guys where I found them, but I'm not going to show the fights. I'm just going to do like a fuck ton of cutting and videos kind of like these, the Korok videos, where I speed shit up constantly to get through those really quickly. And then after that, I believe I did all of the recipes, and then I filled out the Hyrule Compendium. And then after that, I went and found all of the missing paragliders. And then basically, at that point, everything else was done in the game except for all of the fairy fountain upgrades. So I kind of show you guys some of the duplication stuff as well. So I'm hoping that I could fit that all into at least an hour. I would love it if it was, you know, at that length, at the maximum. You know, I don't want it to be any longer than that, but I feel like that video in particular, the second to last one, is going to be a lot. I'm going to edit through at least like, I'm going to need to edit at least like, I'm not even exaggerating here. And you know, you guys know me. You know how I am. You know how I do on this channel. It's going to be at least like 30 to 40 hours cut down to like an hour. It's going to be a lot. But if I can get through that, then everything will be chill. Everything will be chill. I'm a little ahead with my uploads right now. I'm doing really well. I got to stay up all night tonight, all day tomorrow, and get all of these videos done, which I think I can do. But I'm essentially gonna work on the first batch of videos for the following week that are gonna have Justin in them with me, so that when next weekend flies around, I could spend Friday and Saturday working on the next batch of 5 to 6, maybe get every single one of them done, including the finale, and then the Alan Wake videos, because Alan Wake is going to be going at that point. And then Justin and I will meet up. We'll do our first round of recording sessions. We'll probably do about half of them, because I won't have them all done at that point. I'll have, you know, majority of them done, but not all of them done. And then we'll meet up again the next week and do the commentary. And at that point, I'll be caught up pretty much with the uploads and the edits and all of that. I will need to continue I will need to continue editing Alan Wake and start editing RE3, because, you know, Zelda's going to end, and then the week that Zelda ends, Alan Wake 2 is going to be going at that point. And, you know, I'm going to need at least I'm going to need 5 videos for that game, and then I'll need 3 RE3 videos for, you know, following the day that basically Tears of the Kingdom is over. So, I mean, that's going to be a crazy week. Every time I'm transitioning from one playthrough into another, and I'm basically also, you know, working my ass off with the Zelda videos, it's always a stress. But if I can, like, stick with this plan that I'm at right now, I'll be chilling by the time I get there. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a trip to think about. You know, I have my plan. I've got my fucking plan, guys. You know, I've had a plan for the past several months, but literally, like, we're running out of time. Like, literally, after this week, it'll be like 3 more weeks of Zelda videos, and the fact that I am saying that is just insane. I believe it'll actually be 2.5 weeks. Yeah. If I can stick to my plan and get all this shit done, the finale will go up on finale's gonna go up on July 2nd, I believe, is when the finale is going to go up. And I really want you guys to check that one out. That's going to be the epic one. The one that just closes everything off completely and just, like, you know, ends the game off on a perfect high, you know? And then, as you guys know, I'm not going to be fully done yet with my channel, because Alan Wake 2 will still be going and RE3 will be starting, which I've talked about a billion times, and I'm going to stop now after this. But there will be, I'm guessing, in my mind, in my head, if I can try to do the work right now, I'm guessing it's gonna be another like 2.5 to 3 weeks of videos there. Because I'll be like more than halfway through Alan Wake 2, which will be like 2 more weeks worth of videos, and then the DLC stuff, and then RE3. I'm gonna try to make those videos a little shorter because it's a short game, and space it out alongside with Alan Wake 2. But yeah, like really the only work I have to do recording wise is just do that S rank on Inferno, and I'm planning on getting it done soon. I might actually have Nathan with me. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna see, like, look, dude, I'm gonna try to see if I can get this game platinumed, and I want to get this S rank on Inferno, and there's several trophies I need to get, which is gonna make this a hard run. But like, are you down? And I'm pretty sure he'd be down. It'd be cool if I got him to be in those videos with me, and then I'd probably just split it up into like a couple of parts, and then that would be the end of RE3, and that would be ending around the same time that Night Springs ends. So, and then at that point, I feel like I owe you guys a video. I'm gonna do a video just talking about the current state of my channel and what my plan is for those of you who haven't been keeping up to date with these and haven't been hearing me out when I say that I'm going to be taking a break and whatnot. I think it's going to be a break. I don't think I'm going to hang up my channel because honestly, like, I'm just like, I love doing this so much that I feel like it would be hard for me to put this down forever and never do it again. It's going to be hard for me to detach, but if I know that if I take a break, when I'm planning on taking a break, and spend the rest of the year just focusing on me and taking care of my problems, I will be fucking set by the end of the year. Like, I'll have enough money, I'll be making money, and I will be set. That's what's important right now to me, making money. And I know how that sounds, but I need money right now. I need money to pay off all my shit, So, like, if I'm making money, which I'm going to be making a fuck ton of money if things are going the way that they have been and continue to, improve. The end of the year, I'll be in a stable position and I can come back and start making videos again. Hopefully, I'll have my very first film done at that point. It's not my first film, but it's the first film I've done in years. In fact, I started shooting it around September 26th. I remember that day. September 26th, 2022 was when we did our first night of shooting. It took us 3 nights to shoot it, and it was a bitch. I don't think I'm ever gonna do a nighttime shoot ever again because it was so hard. You think it's easy, but like, it really is not. When you're shooting at night, lighting is really, really tough. There's a scene, I wrote it in the script as a power blackout that occurs. And I didn't think about it, like the fact that we are going to have this entire sequence. We're going to shoot this entire scene, this sequence of the film where it's about a minute and a half, 2 minutes in length. And it's just me wandering through my house with no lights or power on at all. And we shot it at night. And I don't know how the fuck we did. I mean, we had to get creative because we didn't have any professional equipment at all, and it was a very challenging night, and we were really tired. We were going the whole night trying to get these shots done, and a lot of them aren't even going to be used in the final film. They're going to be cut out. But yeah, I'm basically going to start my film over because I've had a rough cut edited for such a long time. I'm going to keep the rough cut that I have to, like, refer to it for notes, and then I'm going to re-edit the whole thing and just, like, try and cut it down even more, I don't even know where to start. It's going to be a lot of work, but I would love to get it done by the 2-year date that I started working on it, which, I mean, technically, if we want to get technical, I started writing the script in August, around that time, like late July, early August, but we didn't start shooting until the end of September. And shooting, I think, went on for about a month. Like I said, we had 3 separate shoots, like 3 separate nighttime shoots. The first one was like, we started during the day. The first one was, the day was the longest because we started during the day, then we had to wait for the sun to go down. And while we were doing that, I was putting a lot of makeup on, and that took time. Our camera guy was fucking sleeping, taking a nap because he needed rest at the time because he was about to be out there with us. And then we went out to this location, this like dirt road with in the middle of, you know, the like we this was my favorite scene to shoot because it was like the aftermath of like a car crash, and it's going to be like a very weird scene, hopefully, if we can pull it off. But like we shot on a dirt road in the middle of the night. We brought lighting equipment. We rented a portable generator from Home Depot for like $80. I got a smoke machine, literally like plugged the smoke machine in, put the generator next to the car out of the view so that when we were doing our shots you wouldn't see the generator, and I put the smoke screen underneath the hood of the car and started like pumping out smoke. We had someone off camera with the remote just constantly pressing the button every time we called action to make the smoke come out. And I had a lot of makeup on. It was just an insane night. And then we came home the same night, washed all the makeup on. I had to put more makeup on, and then we spent hours, shooting another scene, and then the beginning scene, and then day 2 was all the nighttime blackout stuff, and then day 3 was like literally the last scene of the film. So I mean, it was an insane shoot, but I also have reshoots that I got to do for it as well. So I'm very much looking forward to working on it and getting it going. It's going to be a lot, but I'm going to commit myself to it, but not to the point to where I'm not focusing on my other priorities in life right now. I'm going to find an appropriate balance, and by the time that film is done and I'm in a much more stable position, I might come back at that point and start making videos again, but they're going to be a lot more spaced out. So I just did a bunch of Poe hunting here. I got up to 400. This is the last Brethren statue that I had to go to get the final outfit piece down here. The best places, again, I'll repeat it, to find Poes in the game is at like the construct factories where you go and like trade for like zonite or zonite charge, or no, like crystallized charges and whatnot. That's the best place. Like on top of those structures, you'll always find a bunch of Poes. Like I just went from area to area and just grinded for Poes, and we're getting the last outfit piece here. So that's pretty much the end of this video for now. Next time on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, we will be, I don't know what we're doing. I think we're getting the rest of the outfits and doing a few miscellaneous things. So if you enjoyed this, please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys then. Peace out. Later.